It's better. Greetings from Southern Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Well, we're back on the pasture today. We got a lot of rain coming in tomorrow, so we're hoping that I can get this cleaned out, although looking at the time, yeah, I got about 2 hours till sunset, so it's going to be cutting it tight for getting this seeded. We're definitely not going to get it strawed. But I'm doing this side differently this time. If you saw the previous video, I used the grapple to rake everything out and then collect it, and well, it's rather hard on the tractor because I kept getting the stumps as I was going through. So I went down back and pulled out a attachment I haven't used in quite a while, and I've never used on the channel. This is a landscaping rake. Had this back when I was doing business. I do have the gauge wheels for it too, so you can use it for grading. Obviously we're not grading today, we're trying to get all this pine out of here. So yeah, I did an experiment with it. If you see there behind the ATV wagon, you can see a patch that comes right up through here and stop there. It is collecting some of the dirt, but more importantly, it's getting all the pine needles and all the broken sticks and branches, and that's ultimately what we want to get out of here, are the pine needles. I guess the only thing left to do is go ahead and get started. Well, the sun is setting on another day, and I've got some of this stuff cleaned up. You can see patches in between where I couldn't reach with the rake, but we'll come back with a pitchfork and clean this out a little bit more into areas that I can rake it out and get this cleaned up a little bit better. But I have made some headway. There's still a bunch of it on the other side of the wood pile and under that tree back there. So yeah, we got at least another day of this to go. Hopefully a good 6-hour day I can finish this up, but we'll see. Right now I'm going to throw what I can for wood in the dump trailer and get that over to the log yard where we'll process it at a later time. We've got most everything out of here. There's a couple ridges and a little bit of pine needles left, but for the most part everything's cleaned out, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. What we have over here, we have pelletized, we have pelletized lawn lime. Now we're using lime because we're in pine trees, so there's a high acidity level. So we're trying to drop that acidity level down. As far as seed, I got 25-pound bag, yeah, of pasture seed. Now One of the guys I talked with said that that stuff is not worth anything in our area because we have unique soil conditions. It's not like when you get west of Richmond or south of the Outer Banks, Corolla area. Our soil content here doesn't like to grow standard grass. Well, we're not necessarily concerned about growing grass. What we want to do is grow weeds. Yes, you heard that right. If you don't know about goats and grass, they'll eat it, but they prefer the stuff that other rumatids avoid. So your briars, well, they're over there eating pine needles right now. Your poison ivy. There's actually a portion of the yard that I'd like to temporarily close off and stick the goats in because we got such bad poison ivy there. Ideally, I'd love to run a line right up the ditch and have them go at that because we got a lot of poison ivy there and they would just clean that out. But I think the city might have a problem with us putting our goats literally on the street. That and runs a high risk of getting hit by a car. But anyhow, we're going to be using our spreader. Is that even in frame? Yep. This spreader I got at Tractor Supply a couple years ago. It's had a rough life. It's Groundworks Pro Series. I would highly recommend it because, well, the ones that you buy at Lowe's and Home Depot, they're really crappy products. Those little green plastic ones, yeah, I went through like 3 of those in the first year I was doing landscaping. Then I bought this one. I haven't done anything to it except fill it up and beat the hell out of it. So I like this one much better. And it's a lot easier than taking a cup and just throwing it, although I can do that too. But let me start. One of the reasons I bought pelletized lime is because we have this. I can drop the lime in here, run around the field a couple times, drop it, and then I can come back and hit up the seed. It's just a little bit easier. I would actually prefer to use regular lime, but I don't feel like breathing in the cloud that is produced by that, and I don't want to get the goats covered in lime dust and all that, so yeah. And the fact that our seed is uncoated. I prefer uncoated seed because you actually get what you're paying for. If you get coated seed, you're paying, well, in a lot of aspects, you're paying twice the cost for half the amount of seed. It's a filler and it's cheaper than the grass seed. So we try not to buy coated seeds. Might be a lower germination level with this, but you buy 25 pounds of coated seed, realistically you're getting about 12.5 pounds of actual seed, where this one, 25 pounds of seed is 25 pounds of seed. And yes, there's probably weeds in it, which is good. We want weeds. Well, I think that's too high and dirty. I think that's going to do it for now. We have this all limed, seeded, cleared out. Now we just need some rain. Ideally, we'd like to put some ground cover down like I did over there with some straw or old hay or something just to stabilize the soil, keep the seed where it's supposed to be. We do have a bale of straw and half a bale of old hay, which I'll probably spread out. But for now, we got seed down. We don't know what kind of a seed bed is here before. So hopefully by having the having all the pine needles off, it will promote other stuff to grow. Whether or not it will, I guess you'll have to wait for a later episode. I guess we'll revisit this just before we put the goats in. So be looking forward to, I don't know, part 4. Yeah, I think it's part 4. Part 3, I don't know. Be looking forward to, what was that? Figure probably sometime in June we'll do it. So somewhere around July you'll probably see it. Our massive pile of wood chips, that's going to stay there for now. That's going to take me a little while to move. I'll probably move some of it the next day or two. But for the most part, it's going to stay there. We're going to grab it as we need it before the goats move in. Once the goats move in, I'm hoping to have something more permanent set up. More on that later. But hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.